How's it going, everyone? I'm Vivi and welcome back to some more Crash Bandicoot and other stuff. Yes, once again we got some insane footage. One thing I've realized is the following. We keep getting tidbits of new footage every week and every 2 weeks. I think the same thing will happen until the official release, which is on June 30th. Now this time we have the level called Un-Bearable, where we are being chased by a polar bear, and this level is the last level of the third warp room. So by paying close attention, I've realized that the gameplay is part of Phase 3, where we ride Polar, and during this gameplay we only noticed the laser walls, which were also present in the classic. Like I've said many times, the layout and everything is all very similar. So these wooden barriers you notice in the classic, I'm assuming they will be present in Phase 1 and 2, judging by how everything looks very similar, right? And like the previous video, the grass has been replaced by actual plants. There's a lot more green, and the red mushrooms, they're less noticeable. They have softer colors. And notice they're in different locations. As for the big trees in the beginning, they replaced it with palm-looking plants. One other noticeable thing, the bear seems to be farther away, whereas in the original the bear felt closer. Is it just me? And it kinda made it scarier, but the bear in the Sane Trilogy, he still looks menacing. One thing that always freaked me out as a kid was that bear's smile. Also, the bear's speed kinda seems slightly reduced, and I don't know how to say this. The movements, they seem a bit floaty. I don't know if that's the right word to use. There's this floaty effect, I don't know. It just seems a bit slower. And guys, remember, in this level you can backtrack. You go see Polar, and you unlock the 6th warp room, which takes you to the level called Totally Bear. Another major difference, the music. I find the remastered version okay. It has a more rock style to it. However, I am going to miss the deep, menacing, dramatic sound effect. Here's what I mean. Next, we move on to Sewer, or Later. We already have nice commentary which goes over the gameplay. I'll leave the link in the description below, so I will keep it short. I'm pretty much gonna go over the most noticeable things. The colors, I feel like there's less variety if we compare it to the old one. The old one had a lot more red tint to it, and the sewer looks much cleaner this time. No more grimy look. Now, a lot of people aren't a fan of that. A lot of people prefer actually the old style. Of course, we have better lighting. The water this time, it looks clear and isn't that noticeable. And I've read comments that many people don't really like that, but it actually looks pretty good. And sometimes I stumble upon very, I don't know, nitpicky comments, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, come on guys, we're getting a remake of Crash Bandicoot. At least be happy with that. Especially that Crash is owned by Activision. Who would have thought that Activision would have said yes? So with that being said, any pre-order bonuses? Yes. A short while ago, it was revealed that whoever pre-orders the Sane Trilogy would receive a static theme and the Sunset Vista pack, which includes one dynamic theme and 2 avatars, one of classic Crash and the other being the remade version. Talking about bonuses, very recently another one was revealed. It's called the Friends pack, which includes one dynamic theme, the Barrett dynamic theme, which comes with 2 avatars as well, one being Polar and the other one Aku Aku. And unfortunately guys, this is only exclusive to North America, it seems that way. There has been no word for European fans. Now, for those who already had pre-ordered the Sane Trilogy before this reveal, do the following, and I hope this helps. Scroll to PS Store, scroll down to add-ons, click on New and select See All. You should be able to find the Friends Pack add-on if you're in the US. As for me, I can download it, but I haven't pre-ordered the digital version, so this only applies for the digital version. As for retail stores, physical copies, there has been no word as well, so I'm not sure if we receive a code by pre-ordering the physical one. Anyways guys, that's about it for the Crash Bandicoot part of the video. Now let's move on to something else, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Very recently I started putting very small topics together in one video, and be honest, in the comment section, tell me what you think. Do you prefer if I use this formula, adding small topics together or make everything separate? Say so in the comment section below. I'd appreciate that. Now let's talk about the Sly movie. No, we don't have any status update. I know it's been a long time and still nothing. It's still at early stages. I'm assuming it's still in development, not production. Now about Kevin Munroe, who directed the Ratchet & Clank movie, he recently shared 2 photos on his Instagram, and it might make people think, hey, maybe he started directing the Sly Cooper movie. That is not the case. Let's analyze the first picture. Faster, more intense, hashtag voiceover record. And then we have Kevin Miller reply with, the only 2 instructions any director ever need, give, time tested. Wait a minute, Kevin Munroe is supposedly directing the Sly Cooper movie. Wait, Kevin Miller, he voiced Sly in the whole series. If he left a comment, could this hint the movie entering production? I do not think so. Oh, but here's another picture. A young kid and a microphone. Oh, what if they're voice acting for young Sly? And about that, I would absolutely love to have the cookie heist in the movie, or the night of the attack of the Fiendish Five, and like I said in the past, they do not have to make it intense. And honestly guys, if they don't at least include the cookie heist, I don't know what to think anymore. I'm not saying that I'm gonna get upset or disappointed, it's just I might start having doubts. I mean, if you're not gonna include their past selves in any sort of way, I'm gonna get worried. Now in the games, Sly did explain his childhood and the cookie heist, how he met Bentley and Murray, but one thing the movie can make is adding an actual scene. That's one way of making the movie different than the video game. And at the end of the day, it's a movie we're talking about, so if they want to add changes like that, go for it. Anyways, with that being said, let's get back to the point. About Kevin Munroe. Is he still directing the Sly Cooper movie? We have absolutely no idea. Here's the thing, a few days ago, someone messaged me via private message. Kevin Munroe explained that it's up to the producers. The person had messaged Munroe. Munroe has no idea what's going on, guys. So these pictures right here, I don't think they have anything to do with Sly Cooper, and Munroe said in the past, this was a long time ago, if he were to direct the movie, he would quickly mention it on his Instagram. What do we have now? Nothing. Sure, we have a picture of a studio, but he hasn't mentioned anything Sly, and I'm sure he would. Okay, but what do these pictures mean? Like I said in the past, Munroe is directing a Chinese production film called Trolls. He's been to China, by the way, if you check out his Instagram. So for those of you who stumble upon this image, no, I do not think this has anything to do with Sly, unfortunately. But at the same time, I'm wondering, if Rainmaker Studios is still at early stages, I'm wondering if they're thinking of the idea of perhaps switching directors. I'm not hating on anyone, it's just news are so dry, and at a point, people will start wondering. The Ratchet & Clank movie flopped, Kevin Munroe directed the movie, okay, maybe they're planning on switching writers, directors, who knows. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. I just don't want to ramble for more than 10 minutes, it's not worth it, we don't have any news. And like I said, if we get the slightest news on the Sly movie, I will jump straight into it. But anyways guys, this is it for the video. As usual, if you have any thoughts, leave everything in the comments section below. And yep, I've been Vivi, and thanks for watching.